What's up, guys? Here we are back for another guide here. Close house course. We are going to switch our bag here. This is a good wind to try to get up. You know, sometimes I'll lay back here. This is a good wind to try to get up in this fairway gully here. Now, if this would be left pointed, I'd probably never try to do this. Well, I wouldn't say never, but not for that back pin, because I'm going to wind up here in the rough unless this is a right pointed wind. So since this is a right pointed wind, and as you can see right around 5, I'm going to make sure, you know, at least 6 rings is covered, that it's in the fairway. Somewhere around here. And then we're just going to utilize all this beautiful curl this club has. Hopefully land right somewhere near the edge of the fairway. And then try to curl it as much as we can to keep it out of the rough. Let's see if it does. Not quite. So I still wound up there anyway. So you can see how tight that actually is. So the only other thing that I could have done to really keep that, I could have came in on my top spin just a hair. It'll actually help it to turn more to the right, and it wouldn't have quite rolled out, and it would have stopped right around here. So if I came off a half a bar, now you got to keep in mind, if I have a little bit more straight pointed, you can see it landed pretty good. I mean, I could have landed it in this fringe, but I also could have landed on the rough if trying that. Now, one of the things that I just want to kind of show you here is we're going to try to size this shot up, you know, percentage-wise. It's very hard to do. You know, oftentimes you'll want to, you know, really focus on that same similar shot arc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do it this way. And here I could see is my, well, what is this, about halfway? So halfway would be right around here, you know, kind of mid-center of the screen. I'm just going to kind of compare here how long this arc is. It's very hard when you're pointed a different direction, but, you know, I think this is going to be a little heavy, if I had to guess. So I'm thinking, you know, in terms of this land zone, I think I'm going to be under 50%. So I'm just trying to get kind of a general idea. I do think it's going to be under 50 for sure. And as you can see, I'm just kind of pointing this towards the hole. Pro D, rough iron, and I definitely do think it's going to be under, like I say. I'm thinking somewhere around 10 rings, 40%. So somewhere between 9 and 10 rings, if I had to guess. I might just pull right around 9 and just see what that looks like. So 9 is saying 42%. And I do think that this is going to be relatively close, but we'll just have to see how close. You can see, you know, basically the gist. Also that I'm keeping that ball guide slightly short. With the tailwind, it should stretch out slightly. As long as we're close to the ultimate, it looks like a little bit light. So probably, and you can see how much that ball guide is stretching out. So do factor that in. But 42% wasn't enough. Now, I didn't know that, but look how close these differences are. So at 47, just 5 more percent, we're at 2 extra rings, and this is probably closer. This would have been pretty close if I went 2 extra rings. But also keep in mind that you have to keep that ball guide short as well. So you really got to get your percentage dialed in, and it's really hard when you go out of camera view. There's nothing I can really do. I can't see Mac's club any farther. So you really need to, you know, do the best that you can to get a close approximation, because you can see how non-linear this is. 47% would be, you know, if we're talking about in respect to a linear adjustment, we'd be about 15 rings. But you can see 47 is telling me about 11. So it's just showing you that, you know, just because you're half club doesn't mean half rings. So do keep that tip in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next one.